Hello, good evening. Good morning if you're over on this side of the world. Oh goodness. I am so happy to have you here, and it is a very, very foggy but beautifully foggy morning here in Hangzhou. So I'm looking out at the river out the window here, and it's like misty and foggy and very cozy. Um, and I look forward to the day that I can share it with you in person. I will it will come soon. It will come soon. Um, so please say hello in the chat if you're here. Today, I'm Beth Reeves. I'm a care manager currently living in China, and I talk about different things each day. Today, the theme is business. And what I want to talk about, very personal to me, is how we can turn knowledge into money. And I'm particularly interested in passive income. Like, how can we turn our knowledge into passive income and passive income flows? When I was at the Kung Fu Center, and just traveling around in general, I meet so many incredible people. The knowledge that the folks have, the people, it is incredible, inspiring. I'm so like that's one of the greatest things about being at the Kung Fu Center. We're like all of these other incredible people who were there, and you just get to rub elbows with them and learn from them. But a lot of us, a lot of the group wanted was trying to figure this out, like they have all this experience, this knowledge, but how do you translate that into money? How do you translate that into something that can support you as you're journeying around, as you're like gaining your skills and your unique experiences? How do you translate that? So I wanted to just my idea, I want to share what I've done so far and kind of things I've learned. I also am thinking this would be a really fun, like ongoing topic where maybe we could do like case studies and folks can come in and say, this is my knowledge. And that let's kind of brainstorm how can we turn that particular knowledge into an online stream. So I don't know. I just, I'm brainstorming how to turn knowledge into money. So this is when I go, oh, hey, Julie. So awesome to see you. Happy Wednesday for you, right? Wednesday, middle of the week. It's so hard to like keep track of the time difference when it's an actual day difference. It's not just hours, it's like the day is different. So confusing. Um, yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking of myself in as an example. I'm also thinking of another friend of mine who is this incredible uh, um, healer. He does physical therapy, he does traditional Chinese medicine, he blends it all together with movement and breath and just insight. Um, and you feel that knowledge immediately whenever you speak with him, but he's also traveling a lot and moving a lot, and it's just trying to run a business and build things is hard at the same time. So one of the things I experimented with, which I think is a good idea, I'm really curious about, is this idea of audio products. um okay, let me back up. One of the old ways of approaching knowledge products was to just kind of try to build the client base. So you would put information out there, but it was all trying to get people to book with you directly. And that's not really what I'm looking for here. Like I love having clients. I love being booked directly. I'm sure my friend Tom would like that too. That's no problem with that. But you're still exchanging your time for money in that case. You're doing all of this marketing and your income is still directly correlated to your amount of time that you give for your clients. And the beauty of having something like that's passive income is that separated out, and it can be something, it's a course or it's a these other things we're going to talk about, which live on their own, and people can go there on their own in their own time, utilize them, benefit from them, and you don't have to be there. Yeah. Um, so of course I've been working on my book and I have questions about that. I'm shifting it a little bit after my deep work yesterday. Um, I really want it to be something useful. I want it to get it into the hands of people and be useful. So I'm thinking rather than I learned the difference between a trade book and a workbook, and I think I am more on a workbook side. Whereas a trade book is more like a book that is, yeah, kind of more about me and would be in Amazon and would be in a bookstore and um yeah, you read it. Whereas the workbook is more like, here's some practical tools you can use right now. Let me guide you through them. Let's get you some help, right? So that's more what I'm wanting to do. So so that's my um so that would be the workbooks would be something that once I get them completed, they can live on Amazon, or I can sell them directly to community centers could have them on hand, or estate planners, or other care managers. People can choose to give them out, use them. So that's one thing. But while I was working on the book, I started exploring audio products, not podcasts, but kind of similar, doing audio series. And I think this is a really great option for knowledge professionals. Maybe not artists, because visual artists may not translate, but maybe, I don't know. Um, but we are really, I think audio products and then gaming products, I think are going to be the future for how knowledge is shared, how culture is shared, how we build connections with each other. I think it's going to be more the audio and the gaming. That's my prediction. Um, so I'm kind of waffling all over the place today, but I have my list of possibilities of things that to explore. And I thought I would just kind of maybe each week we could explore one of these options too. Like either we could do like a case study if somebody wants to have them, their goals, dive in deeply onto it, or we could just pick something from this list and like, let's look at it. Um, so I will share the full list today just so that we can be like, look at all these options. Wow, let's see. There's possibilities here. Um, and, maybe pick some things that are going to be the most interesting to do. Okay, well, let's make this a little bigger. So not in the right, I can't. Okay, all right, let's see here. Okay, are we ready for our inspiration? Okay, so an AI chatbot. Now it's saying trained on your framework because it's still talking to me. Like I did this and it was still thinking about me, even though I asked it not to think about me. It did. But so that's referring to the book series and workbooks that I'm building. Um, but it basically to create a chatbot, I think, and I do have a friend who's doing that, and it's incredible. Um, Hers is about using astrology and the year of the fire horse to help women um, move forward and have great progress this year, and it's really cool. Um, so that's a really fun idea, and that's something that's getting easier for us to do. Um, and isn't flooded yet. You know what I mean? Like it's still new. Like if I see someone is like, "Oh, I've created a chatbot and it's $3, would you buy it?" I'm like, "Sure," right? Like I would do that for sure. Um, a niche micro course. So under 90 minutes sold evergreen. So this I feel is more familiar, you know, but there's still a market for it. I watched a really great video yesterday and I'll put the link below um, Sunny somebody. And it was like a 45-minute video. It's free. It was on YouTube. And she talks about the importance, the great using YouTube for education as opposed to entertainment. That's a really good use of YouTube. Um, so yeah, that's a good option. Digital templates. So like I haven't done this. I know that some of y'all have done this. I know Bloom, Linda, I think yeah, I know there's folks in this group who have created templates, and I would love to learn more about that. I think that would be super fun. And there are times when I'm looking for a template and I can't find one, and so seems like there's still room for that. Um, prompt libraries for specific professions. That one doesn't really grab me, but I would be interested to hear if somebody has done that or has purchased a prompt library. I'm not sure about that one. Um, downloadable toolkits, checklists, scripts, and swipe files. So this one is tricky, I feel, because uh, a lot of the downloadable toolkits I see are used as lead magnets. So they're offered, in exchange for an email address or whatever. So, or, to get someone in to follow them. And so I'm not sure about that being a passive income source, but maybe. Private paid newsletter, like tiered access. Um, yeah, I've seen that too. And I haven't been, I don't have any newsletters that I paid to subscribe to, even on Substack. Um, and I kind of don't like tiered things. I don't know, something about having the tiered things. I feel like if you have something valuable, sell it. And if you don't, then don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But maybe I'll change my mind on that. Again, interested in hearing thoughts. Members only podcast feed. I feel like this is interesting. I mean, I don't, again, I am listening to lots of podcasts and most of them are free. I think they make their money from the advertisements that they do. So I don't know how much competition there is for members only podcast, but I think this idea of like audio series is a hybrid or a different kind of approach to that, where it's not a course, but it's um, it's it's educational content for a specific purpose to help someone solve a specific problem. So it's not just like a conversational podcast. It's a targeted, focused course in that sense, but it's audio only. And yeah, so it's easier to produce, going to be cheaper and easier to listen to, easier to consume for the person. So audiobook versions of specialized guides. Okay, I guess if you have your guides, you can do audiobook versions of them. That makes sense. Again, licensing the framework, that's based on my thing. So that may not be applicable for, well, actually, if I think of my friends who are in the healing profession, a lot of people do have their own frameworks that they've created. And so that could be applicable for a lot of folks. White label training materials for companies. Sounds complicated, could be possible. A paid resource library. I feel like it's still focused a little bit in the past and not so much in the future. Digital assessment diagnostic tool with automated report. I don't know. Interactive workbook, a fillable PDF, printable planners or journals. Okay, so print on demand. Now I know our friend Bloom is teaching us all about this print on demand. And I do think that this is a great option, even for folks who are not, are not trying to just sell their art. it's a really great way to have fun and offer something that is physical and tangible that's related to your work. At least for me, that's what's really nice. I think I get tired of, the service model not being in the knowledge profession and not having those tangible things, especially traveling. So being able to have a coloring book or a journal or the coffee cups or um, you know, a low content planner or something like that that is mine, that's related to me, and it's a way for people to support me, but also get something physical. I like that idea a lot. So print on demand, I think, is a good one that a lot of people don't necessarily think is within the realm, but I think it is. And my friend Blume Bauer can is a great resource if you want to learn about print on demand. Um, okay, so we were print on demand, paid case study vault. Yeah, and I think this is interesting, again, from the educational perspective. I like case studies. I think that they're, like taking some real life examples or case studies. It's a good way to learn, and I like that idea. Curated industry research briefs. I don't know. Affiliate income from curated tool stacks. Yeah, haven't done affiliate stuff. I'm not sure. I like having my own value and being paid for my own work. I don't know. Affiliate stuff is just doesn't not my first go-to. Digital art, design packs, educational email courses, evergreen webinars, paid community, digital flashcards. Am I still here? I just got a notice that I went offline. Am I still here? Okay. Thanks, Shalene. Okay. That was weird. Yeah, the digital flashcards and affirmation decks, I think, are super fun. I would love to do that. And then mobile micro learning app. That could be fun. Sounds complicated, but it could be fun to try. AI generated personalized reports. That's maybe, I don't know. I feel like that relates to the chatbot maybe, because I don't know. And then subscription template updates, template as a service. Okay, so I don't know about that. Okay, out of this list, I would say if I wanted to pick some things to explore, obviously I'm gonna do the workbook. I think the chatbot is interesting. Um, audio miniseries I've mentioned, I think is interesting. Um, print on demand stuff I think is fun. The digital flashcards or study decks. And then the templates I would like to learn more about. So that's what grabs me. What what and what grabs you? Like if you are a knowledge professional, are any of these ideas new to you? Or if you're trying to think of passive income ways to turn your experience, your expertise, your passions into money, are any of these ideas new for you? What's grabbing you? And, is this a topic that you would like to, follow along and explore together? Would you like to do maybe some deep dives and have a case study where somebody comes in and shares, their particular expertise and we brainstorm on how to turn it into money? I don't know. Let me know. Oops, hold on, let me see if I can't see my my screen to get to the buttons. I'm like, everything's coming up. Oh, there we go. Stop sharing. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, that was my introduction to this topic. I would love to hear your thoughts and any feedback. Um, and that was it. That was my intro for today. I hope that we can all turn our knowledge into money, and I think we can. I think there's ways to do this. And we're going to experiment and we're going to try them and we're going to see what works. Uh, all right. So thank you so much for being here. It says that there's another person here, but I only see Jelly Bean. So anyway, thank you for being here, whoever you are. And I look forward to seeing. Oh, tomorrow, I was going to say, tomorrow I'm doing a fun thing. Tomorrow is health, and I'm going to have my sister come on. My sister is a music therapist, a harpist who lives in New Orleans. And so she's going to be my special guest. I'm going to try doing a Zoom like where we're both on. Hopefully it'll work. And yeah, so that'll be really, really fun. So please do come tomorrow if you can, and you can all meet my sister. She's amazing. And learn about music therapy and the powerful healing, the healing power of music and how she's using it. So, all right. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye.